Mr. Welcomes to you indeed the city of Berlin and the setting of the Schwimm- und Sprunghalle im Europa Sport Park, or the SSE for short, for the FINA Swimming World Cup of 2022. The start of a busy fortnight of Swimming World Cup action, heading to North America in just a matter of days. This is a very compact season. World Cup competition is all about the accumulation of points in quick succession. Let's get to the point. We have 11 races coming up for your entertainment tonight in a session of roughly an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes or so. Plenty of sport for you to get your teeth into, and some hope for the German fans that they will see some good placements by their athletes. We'll talk through the standings in a little while and how the points currently look. It's rather intricate mathematically, as you expect in World Cup competition. A competition that began in 1988 and is an opportunity for the swimmers in this particular incarnation to test themselves in the short course format in 25-metre length pools over 3 separate competitions. On to Toronto and Indianapolis in the 2 weeks after this. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We have today to come, and this is what is coming up. We'll get things underway with the women's 400-metre individual medley and the men's 1500-metre freestyle. And then it's all the way through to the women's 100-metre breaststroke and the men's 200-metre butterfly. That will conclude our coverage. So we start with some long races. That men's 1500 metres will be a fascinating one tactically. It's always interesting looking at the longer distances, especially in the short course format as well. And that men's 1500-metre race, boy, has it got some contenders in it. Some great names, some top names featuring across all of the races tonight. So let's have a look at the state of play, starting with the points situation for the women. It is the United States of America's Beta Nelson who sits atop of the leaderboard at the moment with 30 points. Her teammate, Halle Flickinger, just a point and a half below. And then Louise Hansen of Sweden in third position on 25.4. Then we head to Marit Steenbergen of the Netherlands, and Siobhan Howie of Hong Kong is fifth. And boy, he had a particularly good performance yesterday. So she is just ahead of Katarzyna Wasik of Poland. And then it's Beryl Gastadello of France, who impressed in yesterday's session. She's seventh in the standings. Kylie Mass of Canada, eighth. Tess Schouten of the Netherlands in ninth place, and rounding out the top 10 is Ilaria Cucinato of Italy. And she has at 18.6 points, a gap of almost a mark and a half over the 11th placed competitor, Barbara Simanova of the Czech Republic. So that is how things are in the women's competition. It's quite tight at the top, less so in the men's, where Matthew Sates of South Africa is well and truly at the top of the leaderboard on 36.1 points. That's 9 ahead of Bernhard Reitzhammer of Austria. And he's got a good margin ahead of Chad le Clos of South Africa. Chad le Clos version 2.0, as he called himself in his interview after a very fine performance yesterday. Nick Fink of the USA is in 4th place, just a 10th behind le Clos. Then it's Trinidad and Tobago's Dylan Carter in 5th position. Shane Casas of the USA 6th, just a 10th ahead of Thomas Chekon of Italy. In 7th position, Kieran Smith of the USA in 8th. His teammate Reese Whitley in 9th place. And Noah Ponti of Switzerland rounds out the top 10. So 4 from the United States of America in that top 10 in the men's rankings, but that's just the 1/3 mark of our coverage here in Berlin. And a big session of 11 races to come. And what a magnificent city it is. The largest in this country. And it has about 4 million in the city proper. But you know what large cities are like. If you count the whole Berlin-Brandenburg region, there's about 6 million people here. Very large metropolitan area. And it's surrounded by the state of Brandenburg itself. It is one of the most remarkable cities historically, culturally, socially. Its story is an extraordinary one, and one that you can really see documented as you walk around the city itself. The athletes have spoken of their real interest in the city and trying to actually get out and have a stroll around and see some of the major landmarks. It is, for so many people, one of the must-visit cities of the world. And it is so varied. Just a walk around over a sort of 30-minute period in the city of Berlin will take you through virtually every form of architecture, every style of city design. It really is diverse in terms of the way it's laid out. You have the most extraordinary stately buildings, palatial buildings. You've got great modernity as well. Few World Heritage sites thrown in for good measure, and it's a wonderful sporting city as well, truly outstanding sporting city. We had a wonderful demonstration of mixed relay competition by the swimmers of the Special Olympics yesterday. Berlin will be hosting the Special Olympics World Games next summer. And it was a great opportunity for some young fans to get a good glimpse of what those Special Olympics World Games will look like in 2023. It's a very proud occasion, both for the Special Olympics movement and for Berlin as a city. First time Germany has ever hosted the Special Olympics World Games, and they will be the 16th of their kind. And this is, after all, very much a world-leading city, and with a history that goes back, so they say, to 1174. You know what it's like with cities of this sort of age, very difficult to pinpoint exactly where they begin. Fortunately, timing tonight will be precise and down to the nearest millisecond. And we'll be about to test that in a moment, because we are now a matter of a few minutes away from the start of the session. And it will, as I said earlier, begin with the women's 400 metres individual medley. And that will give us a chance to see Hallie Flickinger in action, the swimmer who is in second place at the moment in the points standings. Then on to that men's 1500 metres freestyle, 60 lengths of the pool. The men's 50-metre backstroke will give us a chance to see Dylan Carter, who's in 5th position based on his strong performance yesterday. Could do very well today. And we'll see 2 of the top 5 in the women's rankings in the 200 metres freestyle as well. So lots to come. Welcome to the FINA Swimming World Cup of 2022, taking place in the city of Berlin. And we welcome out poolside the officials who will take charge of the session that we're going to bring you now. 11 races in all. Hope you're looking forward to it. They've been very, very busy, all of the organisers. It's been very demanding for the organising committee hosting a diving and swimming World Cup at the same time. They've done it really well. This is the kind of venue that can cope with this because it is such a magnificent facility. And I think they're very proud here of the history-making occasion of hosting a diving and swimming World Cup concurrently for the first time ever. This is your jury for the session today. Astrid Hegemann leading it all.
The FINA Technical Swimming Committee referee and woman for the event is Denis Cadon. The starters this session are Ingo Zacharias und Frank Brenner. The FINA Technical Swimming Committee delegate is Jens Christian Iversen. Technical officials, you may now take your seats.
Right, guys, we've got about a minute till we're going to get a competition underway. So make sure you guys are all...
It is time. Let's get the action underway here in Berlin. 11 races to come your way.
1, 2, 3.
Excited crowd gathered to watch the action, and they're in for a treat. Very varied arrangement of races coming your way.
This is the women's 400-meter individual medley fastest heat. In lane 8,
It's the women's 400 metres individual medley to get us underway. Mireia Belmonte of Spain goes in lane 8.
In lane 7, representing Italy, Sara Franceschi.
Sara Franceschi of Italy is in lane number 7.
In lane 2, representing Hungary, Zuzana Jakobos.
Zuzana Jakobos of Hungary goes in lane number 2. Nobody in lane 1.
In lane 6,
8.8 points for the Hungarian yesterday.
America, Ali Flickinger.
Ali Flickinger of the United States of America, very well positioned, 28.5, I should say, points after
In lane 3,
her performance yesterday, second strongest.
Ilaria Cusinato.
What a good session it was from Ilaria Cucinato of Italy. 18.6 points yesterday. Potential for more today.
In lane 5, representing Great Britain, Abby Wood.
Abby Wood picked up 14.6 points yesterday. She goes in lane 5, the British swimmer.
And in lane 4, representing Canada, Bailey Anderson.
The fastest performer. Bailey Anderson of Canada.
This is the women's 400-meter individual medley.
24-year-old from Smith Falls in Ontario. Relay champion at the Short Course World Championships in Abu Dhabi last year. The start list for the women's 400 metres individual medley. And a lot of focus will be on lane 4 and Bailey Anderson of Canada. But what about Ilaria Cucinato, who performed extremely well yesterday? Ali Flickinger of the USA, well positioned on points after a strong showing yesterday. Mireia Belmonte, the world record holder, is in lane 8. Set it in August of 2017. And so we begin our coverage of the swimming action in Berlin today with the women's 400 metres individual medley. Quick start from Zuzana Jakobos of Hungary in lane number 2, but a long way to go, 16 lengths. Flickinger takes an early lead. Second place for Flickinger in the World Cup standings after yesterday's performances. Looking good so far for Flickinger. It is still Flickinger with Belmonte 0.91 behind. Belmonte, as mentioned earlier, the holder of the world record. A real threat from out in lane number 8. Cucinato now has moved into second position. Ilaria Cucinato really was so strong in her performance yesterday, so it would be no surprise at all to see her really feature in this one. But at the moment it is Flickinger who is in a dominant position, almost 2 seconds over Cucinato, with Jakobos back into contention, having had a good start. Just over 2 seconds separating the top 3. And just under 2 seconds separating Flickinger and the rest of the pack. That's grown now to 2.32. Flickinger looking really good. We're getting close to the halfway mark of the whole contest. For Flickinger is 2.5 seconds over Ilaria Cucinato. Now we approach the halfway mark of proceedings, and it's great from Flickinger so far. Cucinato in this, as Abby Woods has now made a move up into 3rd position. Jakobos dropping down to 4th place. So Abby Wood in lane number 5 is now featuring in this one. There's no doubt about the quality of this display from Ali Flickinger of the United States of America, as Cucinato is 2.39 seconds behind. Really is about consistency. These World Cup competitions, a great deal of prize money on offer for the most consistent performers, and well done to Abby Wood, who's now a 2.5 behind Flickinger. So Abby Wood is putting up a decent showing, and just worth keeping an eye on Wood in lane number 5, because she's getting closer and closer now to Flickinger, and in fact has gone into the lead. That was a really good display from Wood over the last couple of lengths, and now a change in proceedings as Abby Wood of Great Britain who comes into this with 14.6 points, is well positioned to get even more. We get to the 300-metre mark, and it's going to be Wood over Flickinger by 0.76, 3/4 of a second. Cucinato a second and a half plus behind. And this really is now Abby Wood showing a tactical excellence as she races into the lead. Can she keep it going? As we see the resilience from Flickinger, who's got it back now to 3/10 or thereabouts, and it's going to be very tight indeed. This is a fantastic race, really exciting between Abby Wood and Hallie Flickinger, and they're virtually level. They are entirely level. How fantastic, as suddenly Bailey Anderson has come into contention in the third position, but we really are going to go right down to the wall here between Abby Wood and Hallie Flickinger in lanes 5 and 6. Now Flickinger has pulled away. It's a great finish from Flickinger, who turns really nicely. 0.43 ahead of Abby Wood. Hallie Flickinger looks as though she's got back into this to take control of it. Here comes Abby Wood to give everything she has to head to the wall. It's going to be Flickinger's race, and then Wood gets there just ahead of Bailey Anderson. Very good race there from Hallie Flickinger of the United States of America to win it. 4 minutes 30.36 seconds. Hallie Flickinger was given a real battle by Abby Wood of Great Britain, and Bailey Anderson doing very well to come in ahead of Ilaria Cucinato to take third place. Let's have a look back at some of the best moments of a really engrossing women's 400-metre individual medley. Hallie Flickinger was certainly tested, wasn't she? The 28-year-old from Pennsylvania. But if you win a couple of Olympic medals, then you're able to pass tests, and she's done it here. It's Flickinger over Wood, over Anderson.
Auf dem zweiten Platz Abby Wood und auf dem dritten Platz Bailey Anderson.
So a look down the full state of play in the women's 400 metres individual medley. And we'll head over now to join John Mason to talk to the winners of this one.
Well, what a way to start the night. I know the 400 IM is a tough race, ladies. But Haley, you and Abby turned literally neck and neck, same time going into that final 50. Could you, literally the same, could you feel her there knowing you had to work extra hard in that final 50?
I knew she was going to be coming on the breaststroke. Her breaststroke's amazing, so I just knew where I needed to be in order to have some buffer for breaststroke, so that was my strategy.
And you obviously, Abby, you go breaststroking backgrounds, that's something that you're strong at. Knowing that, is that how you sort of approach this strategically? That's where you got to hit it hard? Yeah,
definitely. I know I have to put in a shift on the breaststroke leg because of what from strong freestylers these girls are. And I was just trying to hold on the last 100. That last 25 was not free at all.
But you got there in the end, my darling, and Bailey as well. It's obviously such a tough race. A lot of people say the 400 IM, hardest race in the program. Does doing it in short course take a bit of the sting out?
Yeah, a little bit. It's definitely a different race, long course to short course. You have to have good walls going to short course and transitions. So luckily, that's kind of what I excel in. So I really enjoy swimming the 400 short course. It's much easier.
You know what, we really enjoyed watching you as well. Thank you very much. What a way to start the night. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Hallie Flickinger.
Yes, as John was saying, it's certainly such a demanding race, one of the toughest out there. Abby Wood giving everything she had with her breaststroke, but Flickinger finishing terrifically. The men's 1500-metre freestyle.
This is the men's 1500-metre freestyle.
And goodness me, have we got some competitors in this one, including the world record holder in lane 4. Lane 8, the Egyptian Marwan El Kamash. Picked up 13.8 points yesterday.
Representing Austria, Felix Albeck.
Representing Austria, Felix Alberg goes in lane number 1. Germany's Oliver Clement goes in lane number 7.
In lane 2 for Ireland, Daniel Whiffen.
Daniel Whiffen of Ireland is in lane 2.
In lane 6, representing Norway, Henrik Christiansen.
Henrik Christiansen of Norway occupying lane number 6. And also hold with 10.5 points from yesterday.
In lane 3, representing Germany, Sven Schwarz.
Sven Schwarz from Germany going in lane number 3.
Representing Ukraine, Mikhailo Romanchuk.
Ukraine have Mikhailo Romanchuk
Lane 4,
in lane 5.
Germany, Florian Wellbrock.
And the star man for these people, and the star man in terms of the world record, Florian Wellbrock of Germany in lane 4. Well, this is a very interesting looking men's 1500 meters freestyle using the fastest heat system. So this is going to be really rather intriguing. He's the one they're here to see. The world record holder. Champion at the Olympic Games in the open water 10-kilometer event. Bronze medalist in this event. The men's 1500 meter freestyle starts with what you'd expect, which is a good beginning from Florian Wellbrock of Germany. His near neighbour, but not in the pool, Felix Alberg. So looking pretty tidy at the start. Long way to go, 60 lengths in total. Interesting to see what kind of display we get from Wellbrock, the world record holder with that time of 14 minutes, 6.88 seconds. And that was back at the World Championships in Abu Dhabi. And he won the World Championship title in short course competition. So a little more on who we have in the first lane. Felix Alberg, the 25-year-old. Short course world champion at 400 meters in 2021. He's in third position at the moment. Graduate of the University of Michigan and an Olympian from Tokyo. Having the second lane next to him, Daniel Whiffen, 21-year-old from County Down, Commonwealth Games silver medalist in this event. And another Olympian as well from those Tokyo Games. Here's Sven Schwarz of Germany, 20-year-old in lane number 3. Short course bronze medalist at the European Championships and a bronze medalist in this event at the Berlin World Cup. Was last year, really good display. And then we have the world record holder himself, who has started as we expected him to start. Florian Wellbrock, we're just looking at him there, 25-year-old, a gold medalist in the 10-kilometer open water event in Tokyo, and the bronze medalist at the 1500 meters. 4 times he's been a world champion in long course swimming. He's the reigning short course world champion. And keeping pretty decent pace with him so far. In lane 5, Mikhailo Romanchuk of Ukraine, the 26-year-old silver medalist at the Olympic Games and a bronze medalist at 800 meters. Back in 2018, I'm sure many of you remember Romanchuk winning the World Championship title. Lane 6 is the Norwegian Henrik Christensen, 26-year-old, 3 times a medalist at World Championship level, 6 times at European Championship level. Oliver Klemet is in 7, team gold medalist in the Open Water World Championships earlier this year, Budapest. And then completing the lineup in lane 8, Marwan El Kamash, graduate of Indiana University and 2-time Olympian, Egyptian in lane 8. We talk about cities with an extraordinary history like Berlin. Well, Alexandria, where he's from, has a history to rival anything in the world. We're getting to around the 1/4 mark in just a moment, and it is Velbrock ahead of Romanchuk by a 0.62. Clear gap opening up really with those two at the moment. Closest to them is Daniel Whiffen of Ireland in the second lane. It's going to be a really interesting finish, isn't it? Because they're very tight at the moment. Velbrock and Romanchuk, as again one might expect with these two competitors, to keep pace with each other early on, to be aware of where the other is. Get into this very interesting tactical cat and mouse game, really. Who decides to go first? Who tries to almost lure the other into racing on their terms? Just about a tenth to separate them. 500 metres. So a third of the way there. Little change with Daniel Whiffen, the silver medalist at the Commonwealth Games, still in third position and starting to really lead what is becoming increasingly a chasing pack. At 550 metres, there's 2/10 in it between the top two. It is a quite remarkable test of endurance, and for the first time we see Mihailo Romanchuk go into the lead by 0.08 of a second over Florian Velbrock. So he's really made his first little move, I suppose, the Ukrainian, just to push Velbrock a little. Still it's Whiffen in third place. 21-year-old, exciting young swimmer. How about that? 400ths now. 625 metres. Fans watching this almost as one would watch a chess match, and it is something of a physical chess match at the moment between the two of them. Really engrossing. Gap is just starting to grow beyond those first two. Getting quite stretched now, with Whiffen still leading the chasing pack. 200ths between them. Getting around the halfway mark of the whole thing now, and we are still none the wiser as to what we're going to witness. And that is all jolly good entertainment. In terms of the qualifying times that have got us to this configuration of lanes, about 5 seconds or so that Velbrock has over Romanchuk. So just one thing there to bear in mind as we now come to the halfway mark with 0.05 of a second between them. All of these competitors focused on building towards the short course World Championships, and there is literally 1/100 of a second in it at the moment between Velbrock and Romanchuk. Really using each other as pacemakers. Now, Whiffen just starting to slow by the looks of things. There's 3.18 seconds that he's behind that lead, and it might be that he's going to get caught in a length or two. We'll just have to see about that. Meanwhile, we are still neck and neck between these two gentlemen at the front of the race. Velbrook, 800ths behind Romanchuk. Whiffen is still just about there in third position. All about the accumulation of points across the World Cup circuit. Ça change at the moment, but we have got a change outside of the top two. Henrik Christensen has now moved into third place. Did look as though Whiffen was going to get caught at some point. Romanchuk is still holding on to that lead as Christensen has now become the de facto leader of the peloton. Romanchuk by 0.16 at the 925-metre mark. So we're making our way towards the final third of this race. It's a very engrossing sight watching these two gentlemen in lanes 4 and 5. And now we come up to that indicator of 1,000 metres, where it is 500ths of a second that separates the two fastest. Mihailo Romanchuk of Ukraine over Florian Velbrook of Germany, the world record holder. Romanchuk set the World Cup record back in 2016. Just a year older than Velbrook at 26. Really starting to see these two pull away enormously from all and sundry. Still it is Christensen in third position just about. That's very close though. Christensen and El Kamash also in that conversation too. Just keep an eye on the Egyptian. El Kamash just behind Christensen by a matter of a few hundreds or so. Just under a tenth. All of this, as I said earlier, about the acquisition of points, but we're watching, as we thought we'd be watching, Velbrook and Romanchuk dictate. They've well and truly overtaken other competitors to the point where we're getting that slightly illusory feel of people being lapped, as it were. Now here goes Velbrook, and look at the change. He is half a second ahead of Romanchuk, and this is where Romanchuk now is going to have to show everybody what is left inside of him. What's the gap going to be? Has it grown? It has, very marginally. 0.59. Florian Velbrook now with less than 300 metres of this 1,500 left. And he's growing the gap to 0.7 seconds. Starting to look very good for the world record holder and the reigning world champion. It's going to grow again, the gap, isn't it? Yes. Getting close to a second now. In third place, it's now Sven Schwarz of Germany, ahead of Christensen, who's dropped back. Velbrook is now getting towards the 1 second margin, and he's getting into now almost the last 200 metres of this men's 1,500 metre freestyle race. He certainly can go significantly faster than this. We know that of Florian Velbrook, but this is a good opening to his season. It's giving the crowd here great entertainment in Berlin because they will be thrilled to see him take this, and it looks as though he may well do. But Romanchuk is attempting to rally. And this is a particularly interesting length. Romanchuk is trying everything he's got to close the gap with 150 to go, and he has closed the gap a little bit. Let's keep an eye on lane 5 and Mihailo Romanchuk to see what he can do here. 0.65 coming towards the last turn. That's going to grow again now. Velbroek by 3/4 of a second. Last 4 lengths to go. Last 100 meters. Florian Velbroek of Germany, then Mihailo Romanchuk of Ukraine, then Sven Schwarz of Germany, 8.45 seconds behind the lead. And now, for the first time, we have a 1 second plus gap between the two of them, and it's the gap that the crowd want to see because it's their gentleman, Florian Velbroek, who is leading the way with just 50 meters to go. So they're going to head to the turn for the very last time with Florian Velbroek now holding off Mihailo Romanchuk. 1.09 seconds. It's a very good gap. What can Romanchuk do? Velbroek now is a second under, so the gap has narrowed, but it might not be enough. This is Florian Velbroek in front of his home crowd, who's going to touch the wall and going to win this 1,500 meters. To their delight, Romanchuk just behind him takes second place, and it might be more joy for the Germans because Sven Schwarz has just touched the wall to take third place as well. So Germany 1 and 3 with Romanchuk in the middle. But Florian Velbroek, the world champion and the world record holder, starts his season with a victory. And the prospect of more entertaining encounters between these two. Let's have a look back at some of the moments of this race. And we should just say as well, in the aftermath of this, a job really well done by Sven Schwarz, the European Championship short course bronze medalist, to take third place here. He came in just ahead of Marwan El Gamash of Egypt, who will add to his points tally. The classified results in the men's 1,500 meter freestyle. It's Florian Velbroek of Germany who wins it ahead of Mihailo Romanchuk of Ukraine, with Sven Schwarz of Germany taking third place. So a look at the overall phase summary across all of the heats. And let's head to John, who will be with the winner of this in front of his home fans.
Well, I tell you what, guys, it is always so great watching you race. That was a battle right to that final 25. What was going through your mind coming into that wall, Florian?
I have no idea. So it's so nice to race and train with Misha, and yeah, it's his first time in Berlin, and I think we enjoy it to race here, and it's so much fun.
And I know, Misha, for you as well, it's been, yes, right? It's been a bit of a tough year, but now you're training here in Berlin, sort of getting your head straight. How has that process been for you to sort of build up to these races with everything that's sort of been going on?
First of all, I would like to say thank you to Germany for their support, for Florian, for Bernd, the coach, for all the team. Thanks a lot, and I would like to say that the war is not finished, and thanks to Ukrainian army that it's possible for me to compete in this competition, also to defend my country. And yeah, thanks everybody for support, and thanks Florian for this amazing race.
Yeah. Right, ladies and gentlemen, look. Anyway, congratulations, Rosberg. We're out of time, but congratulations. You absolutely killed that. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for these incredible boys. Especially for your winner, Florian Wellbrock.
Yes, that really was an exciting race to watch. Whets the appetite for the rest of the season, doesn't it? So let's now take things to a much shorter distance. Coming up in just a moment, the men's 50-metre backstroke final. And we'll move to the women's 200-metre freestyle. A brief halt to proceedings because the German racers from that last event, the 1500 metres, Florian Wellbrock and Sven Schwarz, the two who made it into the top three, are being interviewed in German at the moment in front of a very appreciative crowd. On we go to the men's 50-metre backstroke final.
Representing Germany, Marek Ulrich.
Germany will be represented in lane 8 by Marek Ulrich.
Representing Germany, Ole Braunschweig.
And the same on the other side of the pool in lane 1, Ole Braunschweig.
In lane 7, representing Czech Republic, Thomas Franta.
Czech Republic have representation in lane 7 from Tomáš Franta.
In lane 2, representing France, Johan Dubois.
In lane 2, it will be France's Johan Dubois.
In lane 6, representing Greece, Apostolos Christou.
And from Greece, in lane number 6, Apostolos Christou.
In lane 3, representing Canada, Javier Acevedo.
Canada's Javier Acevedo goes in lane number 3.
5, representing Italy, Thomas Cecco.
And the impressive Italian from yesterday, Thomas Cecco, goes in lane number 5.
Lane 4,
Top
representing
10
Trinidad and
on points
Tobago,
after the first day.
Dylan Carter.
And top 5 on points after the first day. Trinidad and Tobago's Dylan Carter, who goes in lane 4. Good chance this for Carter to work his way up the leaderboard. The start is for the men's 50-metre backstroke final, and Dylan Carter of Trinidad and Tobago is in lane number 4 as the fastest performer in qualification, and a top 5 performer based on yesterday's World Cup results. So what will we see from the 26-year-old born in Santa Clara in California? Two lengths of the pool here in Berlin. The men's 50-metre backstroke final gets underway. A great reaction for Acevedo and Carter at the start to get things off to an imposing beginning from those two. But it is Franta who's got this by 400ths of a second at the turn. But Carter is a particularly good finisher. He's demonstrated that to everyone yesterday. And it might be Carter again. It's going to be very, very close, though. Heading up to the wall. And it is Carter ahead of Cecco. And then Acevedo of Canada taking 3rd position. That's another victory for Dylan Carter. 2 in 2 days. He responded very well to that impressive start from Tomasz Franta of the Czech Republic, who ended up in 5th position behind Apostolos Christou of Greece. Carter by 700s, and then just 200 separating Thomas Chekon and Javier Acevedo in 2nd and 3rd place. Good form so far from Dylan Carter to get his World Cup season underway. We have a look back at this quick beginning. Franta setting the pace at the halfway mark by 400ths of a second, but just always get the sense with Carter that there's something to come in the last 20 meters or so. Very good racing from the 26-year-old. What a collection of medals he's won. Commonwealth Games, Pan American Games, Youth Olympics, Central American and Caribbean Games, and not to mention his great collegiate results as well. He wins this one.
Well, there you have it. Dylan's 2nd gold of the meet, 2 for 2, another 18.8 points. It's not a bad way to be moving through the weekend.
Yeah, it's been a great start here in Berlin. Hopefully we keep the streak going some more.
So just the 50 fly to go, right?
Yeah, just the 50 fly. I'm keeping it very short this week, so.
A nice way to do it. Just hoping for the hat trick. Thomas, another gold yesterday, silver medal tonight. A great way to continue through your competition as well. What are you focusing on heading into the final day?
Non ho capito niente, ma va bene lo stesso. No, I'm happy. My 2nd race, second medal. Today 100 back, and today I'm happy with this.
It was a lot of fun to watch. I know we've got the smiliest man in the competition here, Javier. It's always good seeing you here with a big smile on your face. Back with a bronze medal today. What about tomorrow? What are you looking forward to?
Just racing the 100 back against Thomas. I think that's what I'm excited for, and just getting up the race one more day, and I'm excited.
Looking forward to seeing that. Anyway, there you go, guys. Give it up for your winner there, Dylan Carter.
Great 24 hours for Trinidad and Tobago's Dylan Carter. The women's 200-meter freestyle final.
The women's 200-meter freestyle final.
We have in this the world record holder,
representing Denmark, Signe Bro.
Let's start with lane number 8 and Denmark's Signe Bro.
In lane 1, representing France, Marie Wattle.
Marie Wattle of France is in lane 1, picked up 11.5 points yesterday.
In lane 7, representing Slovenia, Katja Fane.
Slovenia's Katja Fane is in lane number 7. 12.7 points for her yesterday.
Hong Kong, China, Siobhan Haughey.
Representing Hong Kong, Siobhan Haughey. 5th on points after the first day, and the world record holder set last year. Barbara Simanova of the Czech Republic. 17.2 points yesterday. She's in lane 6 today. Valentine Dumont of Belgium goes in lane number 3, picked up 11.7 points yesterday.
Representing Netherlands, Marit Steenbergen.
Another of the top 5 performers from the first day, Marit Steenbergen of the Netherlands.
Representing Australia,
day 1.
Madison Wilson.
And in lane number 4, from Australia, the strongest in qualification, Madison Wilson.
This is the women's 200-meter freestyle final.
Wilson, the 28-year-old. The start list for the women's 200-meter competition, and it's Madison Wilson of Australia who goes in lane number 4 as the top performer in qualification. What can Maddie Wilson do here? Full colours at the Olympic Games. 2 gold medals, 1 in Rio, 1 in Tokyo. Remarkable collection of World Championship and Commonwealth Games accolades. This is the women's 200-meter freestyle race. The final in Berlin. And a good start by Simanova of the Czech Republic ahead of Siobhan Haughey of Hong Kong. But Haughey is well and truly taking this one by the scruff of the neck early on, as you'd expect from a world record-holding performer like Siobhan Haughey. Racing very well so far, Haughey. She's already got a second over Steenbergen and 400s further over Wilson. So much quality this from Siobhan Haughey. Lane number 2. The gap really growing. And what has the rest got? What can they do against Siobhan Haughey, who's looking in really striking form? This is the halfway point of proceedings. It's Haughey, and it's a massive gap, 2.11 seconds over Maddie Wilson of Australia. This is phenomenal from Siobhan Haughey so far. Sometimes you can just see instantly, can't you, that somebody is looking good, and Haughey was like that the moment that the race began. It was a good start, and at the moment Siobhan Haughey is going well ahead of world record time. This is really something from Haughey. Is she going to get there? Siobhan Haughey, this is looking good. This is looking really good. It's tight. It's just starting to fade away now from the world record time, Siobhan Haughey. But I tell you what, this is a statement of intent, isn't it, from the swimmer from Hong Kong. Looks like she's going up just shy of her world record time, but she's racing against herself at the moment. Siobhan Haughey looking absolutely marvellous. What about this from Siobhan Haughey? It is superb. 1 minute 51.36, Wilson in second place, Steenbergen in third. That is quite brilliant from somebody who we know full well is quite brilliant. Siobhan Haughey. And we look back at a display that for a moment looked as though the world record might actually be threatened. Such a good win that for Siobhan Haughey of Hong Kong. Look at that time, 1 minute 51.36 ahead of Maddie Wilson and Marit Steenbergen. That was a close contest for second place. Let's head down to John Mason, if he can catch Siobhan Haughey, that is.
Well, congratulations. What a great race. Siobhan, that was such a dominant swim. You went out like well under world record pace. Was that the plan going into that, the race plan?
Not really. You know, I haven't done the 2 free short course in, I think, almost a year, so I'm still trying to figure out what my plan is, and we're trying out different things, and I guess today I went out a little faster than usual, but that's okay. That's why we have these World Cups, to test out different things and see what works.
Well, it certainly worked today. You know, that was an amazing swim. And Maddie, of course, you're back on the tour this year. So happy to have you here. You come into every stop. Are you enjoying yourself so far at the first weekend of 3?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, it's the beginning of a long tour. We're just kind of starting back into training. This is the most fun and best way to get training in before World Short Course, so pretty excited.
Yeah, and you're doing it with your best friend. I know Meg's here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Even better to do it with my teammate and best friend.
And Marit as well, congratulations, third place. You had an amazing summer. It was a fantastic long course season for you. How's the body feeling as we're starting the new one, the short course?
Wrap it up. Yeah, I'm feeling good. We just came out of a pretty tough training block, so yeah, I'm really happy with my times and my races here, and yeah, it's really good.
Well, I can't wait to see what you do this season as well. Well, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your winner, Siobhan Haughey.
Fantastic from Siobhan Haughey. What a start to her World Cup campaign she's had.
This is the men's 200-meter individual.
Now for the men's 200-meter individual medley final.
In lane 8, representing Netherlands, Thomas Jansen.
Thomas Jansen of the Netherlands goes in lane number 8.
Lane 1, representing Ukraine, Vadim Naumenko.
Ukraine's Vadim Naumenko goes in lane number 1.
In lane 7, representing Latvia, Kristaps Mikkelsen.
Latvia's Kristaps Mikkelsen's in lane 7.
In lane 2, representing Netherlands, Luke Kroon.
Luke Kroon of the Netherlands is in lane number 2. Second of 2 Dutch swimmers in this race. Hubert Kos of Hungary in lane number 6. 13.2 points picked up yesterday. Winner of 10.8 points yesterday, Yakov Tumarkin of Israel, goes in lane number 3 here.
Lithuania, Danos Rapsis.
Danos Rapsis of Lithuania goes in lane number 5, picked up 14.9 points yesterday. But here's the big point scorer. Matthew Sates from South Africa, 36.1 points yesterday, the top performer, and by some distance as well. The start list for the men's 200-meter individual medley final, and Matthew Sates of South Africa, already the points leader after day 1, comes into this as the fastest qualifier. Matt Sates, an NCAA champion, full colours, won in Atlanta earlier this year. Just 19, it's remarkable to see just how good he's turning out to be. We have 8 lengths of the pool to be undertaken by these competitors in the men's 200 metres individual medley at the Berlin Swimming World Cup. And as one expects, based on his form, it is Sates who is leading the way after the first 25 metres and leading in the overall World Cup standings after yesterday's performance. Sates and Kos quite close to each other at the moment, with Rapsis of Lithuania about 3/4 of a second off the leader's pace. So much can change though over a medley. It really depends on the strengths of the individual competitors. Kos has now got it to 200s. So medleys do have a very interesting tactical shape to them. Kos over Sates now by 2/10. Rapsis 1.42 behind the lead in 3rd position. Rapsis also a good performer yesterday in the points scoring, but nobody came close to Matthew Sates. And Sates now has got himself back into a leading position as we head to the 150 split time, which will be coming up in just a few seconds or so, with Sates looking very, very good, well ahead now of Kos. Look at that, 1.34. And Yakov Tumarkin has moved into 3rd position, so just keep an eye on how he goes in lane number 3, as now Sates is into a very nice rhythm. Over 2 seconds ahead of Kos. Rapsis now back into 3rd position. But this is looking as though it's going to be yet more and more for Sates. Wow, he really is quite tremendous at the moment. Kos in 2nd place and Rapsis taking 3rd. But Matt Sates, what else is there to say? He's just been unstoppable over the past 24 hours. Such a popular swimmer and such a familiar sight. so used to it, aren't we, seeing Matthew Sates as a top performer in World Cup competition. That's exactly what happened last season. History repeats itself here in Berlin. The classified results in the men's 200-metre individual medley final. Matthew Sates of South Africa picking up the win over Hubert Kos of Hungary and Danis Rapsis of Lithuania taking the bronze medal. Well, let's hear from the top three as we go down to the side of the pool to meet up with John Mason.
And obviously, Matthew, congratulations. Continuing your success so far for 2022. Another 19.4 points towards your total. You know, watching that race, you kind of came into that last turn, you saw that no one was near you, but it was pedal to the metal all the way into that wall. There was no thought in your head that said, I can ease this one in.
Keep your hands down,
John. I actually didn't understand what you're saying.
Oh, okay. I was saying you came into that wall like hardcore, but with so much room. No thought in your mind to sort of let up a bit and just ease this one in.
No, every race I go all for it. I think the pacing was a little bit different. I was a little bit excited in the butterfly and back, so I think that could have been a bit smoother. But happy with the time. I think the points are there, so it's still got a long way to go. So my focus is strong. And
what do we need to do different so that feedback doesn't happen? Can you
what's up, guys?
We're getting
well, it's been awesome to watch you race, and Hubert as well. A fantastic performance from you. Coming into that one, knowing you got these big boys, how'd you sort of calm your minds going through your race plan as you headed into that?
Well, I had my tactics set up. I think it was a pretty good race. It's always good to race against Matty and the guys. It's always a really good competition, and obviously I would have liked a little bit of a better time, but it's still second place is really nice.
Start of season, don't be too hard on yourself. And Danis, well, a little bit on the way out of there, but still getting in here, third place, mate. You know, it was a fantastic, you know, battle. Always watching you guys. Talk us through your race.
Oh man, the breaststroke leg is so awesome. So I'm trying to do my best, and that's it. I'm third. Guys, good job.
Yeah, you do as well, mate. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for your winner, Matthew Sates.
Another win at World Cup level for Matthew Sates.
This is the women's 100-meter backstroke final.
Women's 100-meter backstroke final. Now about to take place here in Berlin. Paulina Peda of Poland is in lane 8.
Representing Czech Republic,
Simona Kubova of Czech Republic goes in lane 1.
representing France, Pauline Mahut.
Pauline Mahut of France is in lane 7.
Representing Netherlands, Maaike de Waal.
Maaike de Waal of Netherlands is in lane 2. Picked up 14.7 points yesterday. Now, one of the top 3 performers in yesterday's World Cup races, Louise Hansen of Sweden, 25.4 points. A top 10 performer, Kylie Mass of Canada, 19 points in 8th place.
Representing United States of America, Peter Nelson.
But the top, as things stand, coming into today, Peter Nelson of the United States of America on 30 points.
Representing Canada, Ingrid Will.
Fastest qualifier for this one, with a chance to improve upon her 16.9 points, is Ingrid Wilm of Canada.
This is the women's 100-meter backstroke final.
The start list for the women's 100-meter backstroke final. Ingrid Wilm of Canada is the fastest qualifier, goes in lane number 4, the 24-year-old bronze medalist at the World Championships earlier this year. We begin the women's 100-metre backstroke final at the Berlin World Cup of Swimming. The first of 3 World Cups, and a good start for Kylie Mass of Canada. And that is where the World Cup heads next, to Toronto. Where's this race heading? Louise Hansen thinks to her, because she's now 200ths of a second above Mass, and De Waard of Netherlands 600ths off the lead. So a close race at the moment as we head to the 50-metre mark. Let's see what has changed here. Keep an eye on lane number 6. Kylie Mass is ahead of this, and there's our indication. Hansen in lane 6 is just still 600ths of a second behind. So it's a very close one, this. Vida Nelson just 100th behind in second place. Now she's gone into the lead ahead of the 2 Canadians. So a change. Vida Nelson, who's not too far away from the overall World Cup record. Is she going to take this one? It looks as though it's going to be Vida Nelson. And yes, indeed, she's there ahead of Mass, ahead of Wilm. USA taking a victory through Vida Nelson, already the leader after the first day of competition. That will only enhance her credentials. Another gold medal to the American. Real specialist in short course competition is Vida Nelson. Given a good race by the 2 Canadians. Kylie Mass coming in at second place, and third for Ingrid Wilm, ahead of Louise Hansen, who in the end just got raced out of it. Hansen was only about 600ths behind at one point. Classified results in the women's 100-metre backstroke competition, with the bronze and silver for Canada, Ingrid Wilm and Kylie Mass, and a gold for Vida Nelson of the United States of America. In very good form in World Cup competition so far, the American looking like she's going to be right up there at the top of the standings by the time we finish.
Win, and congratulations on that race. It was an amazing one to watch, ladies. Vida, underwater is obviously, you know, such a strength of yours. Coming into short course, some of the best in the world. It's always awesome to watch. Taking that to your advantage, it obviously helps across this short course season, right?
Absolutely. I love my walls to stay underwater as long as I can and keep my rate up. It was a great race. It's a pleasure to race these ladies every time, so happy to be here.
And you obviously knowing that, you guys know each other and how you race each other often. Knowing that her sort of underwater works like that, how do you approach that and what you're doing in your race?
Yeah, obviously they're both underwater beasts, and I know that, so they push me to continue to try and improve mine, but when it comes down to race time, I try and just focus on my strengths and focus on putting up the best race that I can.
I love that, doing all of it. Listen, congratulations. Well done, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Vida Nelson, your winner.
Demonstrating once again why she is such a specialist in short course competition. She said herself, she loves the walls. The men's 50-metre breaststroke final.
In lane 8, representing Germany, Lucas Mazerat.
From Germany, Lucas Mazerat.
In
lane number 8.
Representing Finland, Olli Kokko.
In lane number 1 from Finland, Olli Kokko.
In lane 7, representing Aruba, Mikael Schroeders.
Mikael Schroeders of Aruba is in lane number 7, picks up 11.9 points
Representing Turkey,
yesterday.
Hussein Sachi.
Hussein Sachi from Turkey, the world record holder.
In lane 6, representing United States of America, Nick Fink.
From the USA, 4th place overnight, Nick Fink.
In lane 3, representing
19.4 points.
Bernard Reichhammer.
The gentleman in 2nd position at the end of the first day, Bernhard Reitzhammer of Austria, 27.1 points.
States of America, Reese Whitley.
Top 10 performer on day one. Reese Whitley of the United States of America goes in lane 5 here. And the fastest in qualification. Niccolò Martinenghi of Italy is in lane number 4. 15 points picked up yesterday. The start list for the men's 50-metre breaststroke final. Niccolò Martinenghi of Italy, the fastest performer in qualification in lane 4, but the world record holder, Hüseyin Saatçi of Turkey, is in lane number 2. This is set up to be an enthralling men's 50-metre breaststroke in Berlin, and a great start from the world record holder in lane 2, Hüseyin Saatçi of Turkey. Martinenghi in lane 4 also doing well, now moving into the lead, 700ths over Fink of the United States of America. So it is Martinenghi, the fastest qualifier, who is controlling this at the moment, and he's looking very good. But what about lane 6? Let's see what happens here. It's going to be Fink who takes it. Martinenghi in second place. Great finish from Nick Fink of the United States of America. Just getting there, 0.26 ahead of Niccolò Martinenghi, with Reese Whitley, Fink's teammate, in third position. Excellent finish from lane 6 and Nick Fink. So we have a look back at the start of this. It was a great start from Hüseyin Saatçi, who ended up in 5th position. Martinenghi was in control as much as you can be in a race like this at the halfway mark. Fink was in second position, 700ths behind him, and then managed to take it. Really good last 25 metres from Nick Fink. The classified results in the men's 50-metre breaststroke final. Nick Fink of the United States of America just getting there ahead of Niccolò Martinenghi of Italy, and Reese Whitley of the USA taking third place. Let's head down to John Mason.
Well, guys, I think it's, watching you three race these breaststroke events over this weekend is going to be a lot of fun, just rotating between positions. Congratulations, Nick. I know over in the blink of an eye, always looks like a lot of fun, though, the 50.
What was the question?
Always looks like a lot of fun, is it?
Oh, yeah, no, the 50 is definitely fun. It's a race where there's not like too much strategy because it's just get up and go, so you just got to have fun with it. Yeah.
And I know we got the 100, the 200, the 50. Do you have a favorite?
I mean, the 50 is my favorite. I love the race because everything can change in a little bit. So today was an amazing race. A good way for starting my new season. So it's going to be fun at the Worlds.
Yes, it looks like a lot of fun. Anyway, congratulations, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your champion, Nick Fink.
Victory for Nick Fink of the United States. The women's 50-metre butterfly final, the next to bring you.
This is the women's 50-metre butterfly final. In lane 8, representing Australia, Holly Barrett.
Occupying lane 8, Australia's Holly Barrett.
In lane 1, representing Netherlands, Maaike de Waard.
Maaike de Waard of the Netherlands. Lane number 1, having, as mentioned earlier, picked up 14.7 points yesterday. Melanie Onique of France goes in lane number 7.
In lane 2, representing Italy,
Silvia Di Pietro of Italy is in lane number 2, having picked up 9.1 points yesterday. Barry Wattle of France is in lane number 6. Kim Busch of Netherlands is in lane number 3. Sara Junnevik of Sweden goes in lane number 5. And the third of the French competitors is the fastest qualifier, Beryl Gastaldello. Lane 4 for her. The start list for the women's 15-metre butterfly final. Beryl Gastaldello of France is in lane number 4 and a top 10 performer on points yesterday on the first day of the World Cup in Berlin. The 27-year-old from Marseille. Enormous collection of medals, not just at European and World Championship level, but at the Mediterranean Games. It's the women's 50-metre butterfly final in Berlin in the FINA Swimming World Cup, and France looking good at the start. Onique and Gastaldello with quick reactions. Now, how will that translate into the halfway point? It's Onique, De Ward and Barrett. So this is interesting. From lane 7, Melanie Onique is looking really impressive. What kind of resurgence will we see from the likes of Gastaldello? Is Onique going to hold on? Gastaldello is getting close. Gastaldello is just going to get there. Onique in second place, level with Holly Barrett, tied for silver. But what a response from Beryl Gastaldello in lane 4, because she was in 4th position at the halfway mark and has won it. That is superb from Gastaldello. Another victory for her at World Cup level. Super last 25 metres. Let's have a look back at the start. So much experience from Gastaldello. Such an ability to pull out a victory, even when the start isn't absolutely perfect. And well done to Holly Barrett, keeping pace with Onique. Absolutely level, the pair of them, 0.23 behind that woman. The classified results in the women's 50-metre butterfly final. Joint silver for Holly Barrett of Australia and Melanie Onique of France. And Onique's teammate Beryl Gastaldello takes the title. Let's hear from them in just a moment.
Well, our first double medal of the series so far, double silver. Congratulations, ladies. First, I'm going to start with you, Beryl. Gold medal, hi. Gold medal, I know you just said to me, you said, I made a lot of mistakes in that race, though, even with the first place. How do you correct that in a 50 when they're so short?
Well, I really got to work on that. This turn was really, really long, so I wasn't sure I was going to win this race because too many mistakes for such a short amount of time. So you just watch the video and you make sure you don't do the same mistake next time.
Next time, better next time, right?
Exactly.
And Melanie, you and Holly, this goes to show anything can happen in a 50 from those outside lanes. Talk us through that. You guys are neck and neck. It's over in seconds.
Yeah, it's a good beginning of the season. It's my first meet, so I'm happy, yeah.
You know, it was wonderful to watch. And Holly, you're sort of an example right now. You and I were talking this morning. You haven't been happy with your swim so far at this meet. But you pick yourself up, you move on to the next one, and here you are in second place, right?
That's right. I had a shocker of a day yesterday. I missed the finals, and even this morning in the heat, I basically finished the race with my face instead of my hands. So I came in tonight and just wanting to improve on my skills, and yeah, it's a really good result. I'm really happy.
Paid off, of course you can, Beryl.
Are you aware this is Holly's last 2 meets?
I know, this is it, yes. It's Holly's swan song, ladies and gentlemen. This is her final tour before retirement. So, big round of applause, not just for Beryl and Melanie, but of course, Holly's swan song!
That's a lovely moment there from Gastaldello, making sure that we are all aware that we're running out of time to enjoy the swimming of Holly Barrett. Such a veteran performer, and she's done so well today. men's 100-meter freestyle final. We have the world record holder in this one. Nico Schroeders of Aruba goes in lane number 8. Had a positive day yesterday. Karol Ostrowski of Poland occupies lane 1. Three poles in this final. Jakub Kraska goes in lane number 7. And in lane number 2, Kasper Maszak of Poland.
Representing Italy,
Leonardo De Plano of Italy is in lane number 6.
representing Italy,
Lane 3, it is Alessandro Miresi of Italy.
representing Australia,
World record holder Kyle Chalmers of Australia goes in lane 5, having picked up 16.7 points yesterday. Fastest performer in qualification, though, Maxime Grousset of France. Winner of 11.4 points yesterday.
This is the men's 100-meter freestyle final.
The start list for the men's 100-meter freestyle final. Maxime Grousset of France in lane 4, the strongest performer in qualification, right next to the world record holder, Kyle Chalmers of Australia. There's an enjoyable matchup. .5 between them in qualification. The men's 100-meter freestyle final at the Phoenix Swimming World Cup in Berlin. We have Maxime Grousset and Kyle Chalmers in 4 and 5 respectively. Quick reaction from Ostrowski of Poland in lane 1. It's De Plano who leads the way at the first 25-meter mark. We have 4 lengths in total to undertake, and now here goes Grousset starting to really move. Grousset, I should say, in the lead. Chalmers in second position. Grousset and Chalmers now pretty well tight to the turn. Let's see the gap. Just 500s. Grousset ahead of Chalmers. Miresi of Italy in lane 3 in third position at the moment. Chalmers now is starting to pull away and starting to look like he's going to secure it, and there it is. Chalmers ahead of Grousset. What an excellent finish that was from the Australian. Kyle Chalmers winning this men's 100 meters freestyle competition in Berlin. 45.88 the time. Way faster than in qualification. Grousset in second place. Leonardo De Plano of Italy winning the bronze. And we look back at the race. Now, he was third, Chalmers, after 25 meters. He was second after 50, second after 75. Doesn't matter, though, as long as you touch the wall first, and that's what he did. Ended up half a second over Grousset, exactly the same margin that separated them in terms of qualification times. Just both of them significantly quicker. Classified results in the men's 100-meter freestyle final. Bronze for Leonardo De Plano of Italy, silver for Maxime Grousset of France, and the gold for Kyle Chalmers of Australia. And let's head down to John now to talk to them.
You know, it is so awesome always watching you guys race that race. It's such a fast race. It's over pretty quickly, and you guys are such dominant forces. Kyle, it's a big one for you, 100-meter freestyle. Talk us through that alongside these boys.
It is. I think that's my 5th win in a row, so eventually I'm going to get beaten. Maxime really held me accountable there tonight, especially that 3rd turn. I could see him right there with me, but it's great having these guys push me, and do it in Berlin is always my favourite place to do it.
I know you've got a lot of fans in tonight. Is there anything you want to say to them?
Thanks everyone for coming out tonight. It's a sellout crowd, which is amazing, so hopefully we can put on a show again tomorrow night.
Certainly did. Listen, we're out of time. Congratulations, guys. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kyle Chalmers.
He just can't stop winning, can he, Kyle Chalmers? As he stays with a cheeky smile. I'm sure one of these days I'll get beaten. Oh, we're not so sure. The women's 100-meter breaststroke final is our penultimate race today in Berlin. Let's have a look at your contenders. France's Charlotte Bonnet goes in lane 8.
In lane 1, representing Italy, Martina Carraro.
Italy's Martina Carraro goes in lane 1.
In lane 7, representing Italy, Lisa Angiolini.
Another Italian in lane 7. It is Lisa Angiolini.
In lane 2, representing Sweden, Sophie Hansen.
Sophie Hansen of Sweden in lane 2.
In lane 6, representing Israel, Anastasia Gorbenko.
Anastasia Gorbenko of Israel is in lane number 6.
3, representing Poland, Dominika Standera.
Poland occupies lane 3 with Dominika Standera.
In lane 5, representing Netherlands, Tess Schouten.
Tess Schouten of the Netherlands is in lane number 5. Top 10 performer on the first day.
Lithuania, Ruta Meliutite.
It is the Lithuanian Ruta Meliutite who occupies the fastest qualification berth. She is in lane 4. The start list for the women's 100-meter breaststroke competition, and Ruta Meliutite of Lithuania occupies lane number 4. The Olympic champion from London in 2012. 2 times a world champion as well. Long course competition, once in this event earlier this year at half the distance. And she has been the short course world champion too. Women's 100-meter breaststroke final at the FINA Swimming World Cup in Berlin. Quick start by Standera and Meliutite. Carraro not too far behind. Meliutite, the strongest performer in qualification. We're seeing that now as she's got half a second already over Standera in lane number 3. So Ruta Meliutite, the Olympic champion from London in 2012, is looking as though this is just her race on her own at the moment. At the halfway mark, she's now got almost a second over Standera, with Sophie Hansen of Sweden in the bronze medal position as things stand. Let's see if this gap is going to grow. This is really fast from Ruta Meliutite, not too far away from world record sort of pace at the moment. Oh, that's a really impressive turn from Meliutite. Look at how close she is to the world record. This is brilliant from Ruta Meliutite of Lithuania. She's going to be outside the world record, but she's going to be a million miles away from everybody else. So it's going to be the win for Ruta Meliutite of Lithuania, taking second place to Schouten of the Netherlands, and Anastasia Gorbenko of Israel takes the bronze medal. Ruta Meliutite of Lithuania wins the women's 100 metres breaststroke competition. She does it by 1.64 seconds over Tess Schouten of the Netherlands, with Anastasia Gorbenko taking the bronze. Let's have a look back at the race. The classified results in the women's 100-metre breaststroke competition. Anastasia Gorbenko of Israel taking the bronze, Tess Schouten of the Netherlands the silver, and Ruta Meilutytė of Lithuania wins the gold.
Well, congratulations, Ruta. That was, a great swim, especially so early on in the season. You've got to be happy with that one, right?
Yeah. Didn't expect to go that fast, actually. So, yeah.
And I mean, I've been watching you sort of race this and dominate in this since like London 2012. You've been such a dominant force. How do you stay so consistent?
I don't know, just some things work and I keep doing them, and yeah, I just trust myself, and yeah, I don't know. I've been blessed, I guess, also, so.
You certainly have. I tell you what, it's a pleasure to watch you race, and you as well, Tess. You've been absolutely smashing it this weekend. I know you got out of there blowing a little hard. Talk us through that. It hurt a little bit, right?
Yeah. Well, this was really hard, but I'm happy. It's a PB, and yeah. So I'm just really happy.
It's a PB and a national record from last night as well. We love that. Anastasia, finally to you. You know, you're feeling good. Your body's feeling good as we move through this weekend. It's the very start. Moving into tomorrow, what's going through your minds? The final day of racing.
Yeah, still getting adjusting to competing and being back into it. Still a lot of mistakes, so I was trying to fix that during the next races and have fun.
And have fun. That's the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
We love it. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your winner, Ruta Meilutytė.
Well, you know the old story. You hold a breaststroke race, Ruta Meilutytė wins it. It's that simple, really. Superb display from the Lithuanian. Sadly, that brings us to the final race of the session, the men's 200-metre butterfly final.
In lane 8, representing Estonia, breaststroke.
Estonia's Grigor Zerk goes in lane number 8, 11.6 points picked up yesterday. Richard Martin of Hungary is in lane number 1.
In lane 7, representing Italy, Alberto Razzetti.
Alberto Razzetti of Italy is in lane number 7.
In lane 2, representing Spain, Miguel Martinez.
For Spain, in lane 2, it's Miguel Martinez.
In lane 6, representing South Africa, Chad Leclos.
Top 3 performer yesterday, Chad Leclos of South Africa goes in lane 6.
Representing Chinese Taipei, Quan Hongwen.
Quan Hong of Chinese Taipei goes in lane 3.
Representing Poland, Krzysztof Klimewski.
For Poland, Krzysztof Klimewski goes in lane 5.
In lane 4, representing Switzerland, Noah Ponti.
And it's Noah Ponti of Switzerland who occupies lane 4, the top performer in qualification. The start list for the men's 200-metre butterfly final, and Noah Ponti of Switzerland was the best performer in the qualification process, and the best performer really by some way. 21-year-old from Locarno. Bronze medalist at half the distance at the Olympic Games in Tokyo. And a silver medalist at the Short Course World Championships over this distance last year. The men's 200 metres butterfly final begins at the Swimming World Cup in Berlin. The first World Cup event of 2022. A packed couple of weeks coming up, and Ponti is in the lead at the turn over Chad le Clos of South Africa. So it is lane 4 Ponti, and then lane 6 le Clos. Looking very good at the moment is Ponti over le Clos, with Wang Quanhong of Chinese Taipei in third position. Le Clos really was so impressive yesterday. He's just drifted away a bit now as Hungary's Richard Martin has come into third position. Wang Quanhong in second place. Noah Ponti still leading this. Halfway mark of the race, not anymore. Wang has moved ahead of Ponti. Martin still in third position, but this is where Wang Quanhong of Chinese Taipei is starting to exert his control over the race. It's asking questions now of Noah Ponti, the youngster from Switzerland. The gap grows to over half a second. Martin now is 0.83 behind the lead, still in third position. Really is these three now who are absolutely ahead of the rest of the pack. Le Clos has come through though in third position. That was impressive from Le Clos, coming up from 6th into third over the last 25 metres. So now they go to the wall for the last turn, and it's Le Clos who's very close in this one. He's got it to half a second back. Wang, then Ponti. Chad le Clos finishing strongly, finishing really strongly. All attention on Chad le Clos. What about this for a turnaround from Chad le Clos of South Africa ahead of Ponti, and Wang Quanhong in the end takes third position. But that is outrageous from Chad le Clos. A stunning finish from him. He was 5th after 75 metres, and indeed after 100 metres. He dropped down to 6th place after 125 metres. He was third at the final turn, and then he's won it. Oh, stop now, that's just silly. Let's enjoy this again. Poor old Noah Ponti, he did everything right. Just very steadily held second place throughout the race. But Wang Quanhong dropping down, having led most of it, into third place at the end. Had a tricky last 25 metres, whereas Chad le Clos was absolutely flying. And what a way to conclude the racing action on this second day of the FINA Swimming World Cup in Berlin. Said it was Chad le Clos version 2.0. He was right. The classified results in the men's 200-metre butterfly final. Chad le Clos, South Africa, takes the win. Switzerland's Noah Ponti comes second, and Wang Quanhong of Chinese Taipei is in third place. Before we wave goodbye, let's head down to John Mason, who'll catch up with your top three.
I love this. Chad, what a way to finish the night. That was a great race, boys. A fantastic way to finish it. Chad, the 100, now the 200. Race differently. Your underwater looks spectacular.
No, thank you very much. Like I said last night, Noah's an absolute stud. And of course, Mr. Wang he's had a great season and a half. So both youngsters, I'm more than 10 years older than both of them. So they've got a bright future ahead of them. And it's always a pleasure racing top competition, so thank you very much.
And I mean, watching that, like those, I was saying, like noticing your underwater, is that something you've been focusing on? You've changed coaches, is that something you're working on in training now?
No, absolutely, I think I've just changed the mindset, like I said yesterday, Chad le Clos 2.0, slowly making the step back to getting back what I feel I deserve. So I'm very proud of this, and big shout out to everyone back home. I know they're all watching tonight, and thank you to my country, thank you to my club, Frankfurt, thanks to my coach, and yeah, thanks to all the fans, appreciate it.
See, it's awesome to watch you race and know Chad le Clos 2.0. He said, I'm getting a bit used to this second place. Not used to it, just giving you something to drive towards, right?
Yeah, so I gotta be pretty happy with this time, I think. So seeing what I did yesterday in the 100, I expected to be a bit faster, but man, congrats to Chad for winning the double, and it was a great race, so nothing to complain.
Nothing to complain about. It was awesome to watch. Listen, thanks so much, guys. What a way to finish the night. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Chad Leclos.
Chad Leclos in great form. And it brings to a close our coverage of this, the second day of the FINA Swimming World Cup in Berlin. It's been a great pleasure having your company as we look at a delighted Chad Leclos. More to come, much more to come tomorrow. One full day of competition left in Berlin. So plenty still to look forward to, and another 11 or so finals to take place. This is how things are currently standing, and as you'd expect, the United States of America and South Africa looking very good at the top of the leaderboard. So a good range of nations winning medals, 20 of them. 21, in fact, because of Chinese Taipei just getting onto the podium there. Wang Hung in the final race. And so that's it for day 2, and we'll see you tomorrow for the final day in Berlin. Until then, goodbye.